Welcome back, YouTube. J-Bob, the video game slob, with another $200 box challenge. This one was pretty interesting, or a little different than most, and we'll say these three stacks are the $200 box challenge. We got some $10 games that we picked up out of another area that we'll put over there. I want to cover those too. I think we only have 4 more boxes after this, so we're getting down there. These all came from the G.O.A.T estate sale, so if you haven't watched, go check back through some of the old videos. And as always, leave in the comments, should we have bought this for $200? Should we have left it? And of course, thinking of what's going to go to G.O.A.T that's sealed, let me know what you think we should pick up and send off down there in the comments. So, with that being said, no empty boxes came out of this box, which was fairly unusual. And as you can tell, the ratio here, maybe you can't tell till I pan down, is much higher sealed here than not. So a bit of an interesting makeup. So I guess that's enough of that. We can start digging in here. Yeah, what of course attracted me to it here is right off the bat, we have the Black Label GTAs in order, and so yeah, we'll be sending those off for sure. But then, just some kooky stuff and actually I have, well, this is the lights making it seem like it's really dark in here. Very weird. But I have the box, the big box with the 6-string guitar, that this came with. So that's an interesting thing, but yeah, sort of an unusual thing that it had a real guitar with real guitar strings, really taking, the Guitar Hero to the next level, I guess. Gears of War 3, always cool to have, fantastic game. And of course, a blockbuster game or a signature game, for the Xbox 360. So hopefully that, has some value here. And it seems like in these videos recently, the Hulkster seems to be just getting uglier and uglier as we go. But Legends of WrestleMania, pretty good game. I don't know. Probably won't get it graded, but hoping there's some value in that. And again, just from what I know, the Red Alert series is pretty well liked, and I think that has some value on the 360, so decent there. Although the slip cover doesn't seem to have a seal over it, it is foily and glossy and minty and unopened inside. We got the Tekken 6. See what here? Super Street Fighter 4. And again, anytime we're kind of hitting these big name series, in a sealed situation, I'm hoping that brings us good luck. But as you can tell, I am not a sealed game collector, so I don't tend to know these things. I have been semi-hoarding, although you don't find it too much. Brutal Legend, always thinking it should be, a little more pricey than it is, but it's Jack Black. It's, a game where you play using the guitar, and so that's pretty cool. Never Dead, I don't know if it's still on hype, but at one point I sold a used copy of this I found out of backstock in my basement for pretty good money. So hopefully that's still the case and we can get some extra change out of that. We may have to move that as quickly as we can get it. Although a Square Enix game, I don't feel like many people talk about Mind Jack, and it's got a hype sticker here and on the back a receipt. So that's kind of funny. He kept the receipt, so we'll know how much he paid for that. Wanted Weapons of Fate. Again, I think, people are finally starting to feel this game. I've always liked it. I liked the cover art and the design style of it. Here's one that I felt like I should have liked. I tried to like. It was Midway. It's Area 51. But it just felt like, I don't know, stale? Let me know if that's a game that you loved. It maybe because it's just something says Area 51, you think, oh, well, this must be beloved, or I want this to be as good as, an Area 51 game, and to me it sort of wasn't. So, but games that I thought were over the moon fantastic, Alan Wake, I don't know, played through this probably twice, and always mean to get through it more. Very glad to have a sealed copy of that. That'll go off for grading, if nothing else, just to sit in my collection forever protected. Again, we were talking about this in the last video, Dead to Rights. I don't know. Maybe that's a super expensive game, and I don't know, but it just doesn't seem to, have caught on or stayed up with. They keep making games, I guess, but there you go. Crackdown 2, $9.98. This series is fantastic. I love Crackdowns 1, 2, and 3. I often don't even put them out for sale just because I think the prices are too low, or if I do, I kind of round the price up. Like if it was in a collection and I, feel like I need to sort of sell it. And that's a shame to me. And this is a shame too, because I know just complete in the box, Dark Alliance and the Greatest Hits is like $12.50 or something like that. And I probably mark it up to $15 to be in my showcase. And so it wouldn't shock me if this is only $20 for a sealed copy. But again, that may just be one that I get graded just for myself, just to have it, because I love the game so much. Ugh. Connect games, yuck. Break down a Namco game. It wasn't loved for a long time. It does have that creepy vibe to it. Is that something that's going to attract buyers now? I don't know. And that's what's so hard about this is how do you memorize thousands of games and all of their prices on the fly and try to make decisions in split seconds as you're trying to go through a garage sale or an estate sale or a rummage sale or out in a flea market. You don't have time to look everything up. You got to kind of rely. Oh, and look at that. We're going to have some damage there, on your back knowledge and knowledge of things generally. Well, that's really weird. So there you go. No seal on that. But it's Square Enix and it's Black Label. So I don't know. Again, if I had to guess, a sealed copy of that's maybe like $30, something in that realm. And I always loved the Undead Nightmare because it had the embossed Goosebumps style of font there. Just what a fantastic game. You got to play it through because you got to get the ending. And then you got to go through and play the... is that even... I mean, technically, I guess it's a sequel since it's a standalone game. But I would call it DLC. You got to get it. Same with these Wolfensteins. All the Wolfensteins on the 360, I just freaking love. Love as much as I like hype stickers there. The Quantum of Solace, nobody cared. It's like, what is it? Bloodstone is the one that everybody likes. This one was all right. I don't know. It's funny enough, I got my first copy of that, the copy that I played through, from the Burlington Coat Factory, oddly enough. But, anything Halo, somebody's going to want in their collection sealed, so that'll probably end up going out to get slabbed. The quicker we get through Kinect Sports and any Kinect games, frankly, the better. Oh, that was just such a... I bought into the Kinect because I got the Elite Edition or whatever. It was not nearly as much fun as the Wii was, in terms of motion controls and having people over and showing what it could do. It was cool to navigate the menus, by Kinect and things, but that was about it. The Forza Horizons, those tend to do well, so hopefully that will. We got the Fight Night Round 3, its Greatest Hits, so I'm not going to dwell on that too much. Finally, a game getting its due, Gun. I've loved this game forever. Whether it's, the shootouts and the action parts or just mining gold. I always thought it was kind of a crazy game. So I know on the 360, it's maybe like a $10 or $15 game now. Let's hope the original Xbox version has something. Same here, these Batmans, like, I guess this is the limited comic edition. Maybe that'll add something to it. I just never know what is going to be the good Batman, the terrible Batman. I know I should have this memorized even on the NES, because there's like just so many Batmans on there. It's cool that it has the hang tab still stuck there. That kind of thing. Get that out of the way here. Whoop, tap it over. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. Very weird that this was like the only one out of the Metal Gear series that made it to Xbox. So as a kid, this was really... I didn't have a PlayStation. I didn't have a PlayStation 2. So I didn't goof with the Metal Gear Solid until I had this. Very cool. Got the Toys R Us there on the back as well. So this was my only entry into playing. And I still don't know that I've played another after that, to be honest. And so that's got a ding in it, even if it is sealed. I'm guessing that's maybe the way these are sealed, although it could have been returned to Toys R Us, I guess, at some point. Either way, it's a greatest hits tie, so it's not that great. They did recently, somewhat recently, I guess, come out with a tie 4. It was on the Switch. It was 2D instead of 3D. It didn't get the same critical reception. $1 for the Overwatch Collector's Medal Badge. Paid $3 for Marathon 2, the Bungie... people who did Halo made Marathon, and so the sequel to that. I guess I didn't even realize there were rap albums in here. Picked up some Gangstar, apparently, and a little Machiavelli. So, We had that, and then these $10 sealed games. And these were kind of bottom of the barrel, so these were ones I just didn't initially pick up, but then like thinking it through, it's like, yeah, I should probably spend $10 on these, which is probably, yeah, exactly what the original owner paid years ago. I do love when the greatest hits sticker is just over the top. Just kind of funny, letting you know that that's a good game. Social proof, right? I guess that's what we'd call that. Singularity. I promise it's sealed there from Best Buy back in the day. And a favorite of mine, the entire Army of Two series. Play through all of them. You won't regret it. But value-wise, what is that? Maybe an $8 game, $10 game complete. So, again, just kind of stretching, hoping that stuff is worth it sealed. You got the Hall of Fame edition of Madden. So you got the DVD in there. Do they even tell you what's on it? Oh, yeah, there you go. The Road to Canton and the Madden Nation. I always love that Madden Nation. It's like guys on a bus playing Madden. I don't know. The one guy's name is like Sherm Sticky or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of funny to watch them lab and that kind of stuff on the bus. Crackdown. There you go. It's already opened, so I can just go ahead and play through it again. Same with Gears of War. I can never play through that enough times. It's the one that always seems to be out of stock in my showcase, so glad to have a Black Ops 2. I collect all of this stuff and hoard them if I have extras, because this would be an extra for me. I already have it, but the pre-order box for Halo 3, you got to keep that. Darkness, comic book series, all that kind of stuff, but never really panned out. And speaking of things that nobody seems to care about, Aragon, Sierra game, nobody mentions it. Printed to the ground, nobody cares about Batman. Time Shift, I would say, people kind of appreciate it now a little bit. There is a second version of this that came with a DVD. Obviously, that one's slightly more expensive. And this game's finally caught up. I think this is finally $20. But the original Portal, Half-Life 2, all that kind of stuff. So, very cool to have this on a disc. And it's very cool that it's now, appreciated. But I felt like for years you could find that for in the dollar bin, $3, that kind of thing. So, there you are. 12 minutes. We're way over time. We got 4 more boxes to go. We'll keep bringing them to you here. Maybe another day. We need to get all this stuff processed. But, I don't know. Let us know. What are you sending off for grading? What game did I miss that was great that I need to play? And we'll talk to you soon. J-Bob, the Video Game Slab, over now.